Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with another review. Today we can have a look at the KONAMI Monsters Legion line. We have the three Yu-Gi-Oh! Egyptian gods figures. On the left we have Obelisk the Tormentor. In the middle we have the Winged Dragon of Ra. And on the right we have the Slifer, the Sky Dragon. They come in these nice boxes. You can see the Monsters Legion logo on the front of them and some nice image of course of them. This is how they look from the one side, the other side, and from the behind part of the box. You can see the big Monsters Legion logo. Now if this is the front part and the other one is the white version is the front part, I'm not so sure. Just show you how these boxes look. I would recommend you to keep the box to store some figures if you will, because they are really nice, cool looking, and you can see the KONAMI logo on the top part of the box as well. Because there are three figures, I will make three different reviews for each one of them, and at the end we will compare all of these three together. So let's waste no time and let's get started. Right here we have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters Legion Slifer, the Sky Dragon figure from KONAMI, one of the three Egyptian gods. It comes in this really nice box. You can see some nice images of him. Awesome figure. I really want to get my hands on this. So let's waste no time and open this up. Alright, as you can see it comes really nicely protected inside here. We have right here the base and the acrylic post. The wings right here. And of course our figure Slifer. So, whoa, this one is really nice. So, let's waste no time and build them up. Alright, so there you have him. Here is the Egyptian god Slifer, the Sky Dragon. So, let's have a close look to this one. Well, it comes with this base, just like the Winged Dragon of Ra and the Obelisk, which, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of. I would prefer if it was just the same color with this acrylic post and kinda smaller. Now, let's remove him to be able to have a close look to this one. So, here is his face. I think this one is my favorite of the most of these three. I like the face. Actually, it's more darker than you see it on the camera. Maybe my camera don't really love this figure. I don't know why, but it's actually more darker red when you see it closely. My only issue about this figure is that unlike the Winged Dragon of Ra, he cannot stand on its own. You know, if you put it, he needs a base, and this is kind of a letdown for me. I will see what I will try to do about this one, because I want him to be able to stand on his own without the base. Now let's first start with the face. I mean, he has this nice blue thing on the middle of his head, and like this kind of like two mouths. If you ask me, the mouth and inside has been painted really nicely, the teeth. It has this purplish tongue, this yellowish eye right here. This one wing is kind of loose. Maybe I need to glue it because it keeps falling all the time and pisses me off. But we'll see. So, yeah, one of the best Slifer figures that I have, and on a reasonable price. There are many figures of this with this guy, this Slifer, but they are actually kind of expensive. This one is the best that I have on a reasonable price, if you ask me. I have one more figure of him reviewed on the channel from Bandai, which is an old figure, an old model, who was coming in different pieces and you have to assemble him. But this one I got him because he's all one piece. Unfortunately though, he cannot stand on its own, he needs the base, and I'm trying to find some ways to make him stand properly. Maybe if I put some warm water on the leg and on the tail and you know, somehow make them like this and he can stand on its own. I will find something, I believe. Anyway, let's go on the details. Here is the wings. If it continues falling all the time, so it's just basically this reddish wing. It has some nice details here and there to make this wing, you know, more realistic. I like the way that they have painted this dragon. I mean, the nails right here have been painted really nicely, just like those one on the chest area and on the other arm as well. And it also has some other white right here. Again, really nicely painted and designed. I like the coloration that it has underneath. And here you can see this hole that you put the acrylic post inside to help him stand properly. And something that I noticed, because I thought that all of this figure was one piece, actually they glue a lot of pieces of him on this pose, which I'm not sure why they didn't make all one. I mean, sure, they have glued the head right here on the neck, but the neck stops right here on this part, and from this one they glue another part, which is this one, which also stops right here, and they have glued it again all the way down here, which down here starts a new part that they glue, which also stops right here, and then it's the last piece, his tail. I'm not sure why, and of course the arms, which are separately, but I'm not sure why they didn't make all of this one piece, you know, like this. I don't have to worry if I break some spot, you know. I know it's glued and will not break easily, but you know, I would feel better and more relaxed if I knew that it's all one piece, and I don't have to have I don't want to worry about what if I make the tail like this, will it break or crack right here? So anyway, now it is what it is. I think overall this figure looks really nice. These spikes that he has all over his body are actually pretty sharp, so you need to take care of them. Just like those ones on the head and his face. I like the shadow that they use, this like reddish wash or some spots here and there to highlight the details. Wonderful figure, very nice dynamic pose. My only issue is just like with the winged dragon of Ra is that he is kinda small next to some other figures. I mean, take a look next to the Bandai Red Eyes Dragon. I think you can actually see he is kinda smaller next to him. You know, it's not that bigger that I was hoping it to be. And it's not about the wings, you know, I mean, if you let me put the wings again. Well, next to him, they're pretty much the same, but I think the black one looks kinda bigger if you ask me, maybe because has a bigger body or more buffed and he is curved like this. If he is longer, I think Slifer is longer on him on length, but you know, he has more width if you ask me. But still, it's not that big of a difference that I was hoping it to be, because I think that these Egyptian gods should be really enormous and big creatures if you ask me. And here he is also next to the KONAMI Obelisk the Tormentor, which they are the same line. You can actually see that this one is Obelisk is way much bigger and buffed than this dragon. If we bring in the Winged Dragon of Ra, you can see that these two are pretty much the same, but you know, Obelisk is bigger than the three of them. And right here you have the three Egyptian gods next to each other, the Winged Dragon of Ra, Obelisk, and Slifer the Sky Dragon. Now, which one of you like the most is up to you. I think if you are a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you definitely want the three of them on yourself, on your collection. But to be honest, I think that Obelisk looks massive next to them. I don't know what happened with the other guys, or if this is how it's supposed to be. But I think he looks really big next to the other two guys. Do you know which is supposed to be the proper size? Because I'm not so sure. If you know, please let me know in the comments down below. So this was, guys, the KONAMI Monsters Legion Yu-Gi-Oh! The Egyptian God Slifer the Sky Dragon figure. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it and I helped you out. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.